All right, let's begin the session. So, I know the last week was not actually good. I saw the price action was actually very weird. Luckily, we took only one loss because Euro USD we were in the trade, and I did share that I'm putting break even right around here actually. And right after that, price moved up. It closed right here, but it did reach the resistance level. I was not expecting this price action at all because the price action in the history has not done anything similar. There is somewhat price action like this, but when the price is here, it should have moved down. Yeah, this was the liquidity level. So, all right, Euro USD, the price moved up beyond liquidity level. Euro GBP, we didn't get the trade. I was looking for an entry, but price reacted very differently. So, the market has shifted its trend. It's not actually following what it used to, and it's doing completely something different. So I'm not sure whether this week it will be normal again or not. So what we'll do is we'll just analyze, and we'll only take trade if we see a really good reason to enter the trade. Else we don't take any trade, because I've been in this situation before during different wars, different fundamentals. Such things keep on happening where market starts reacting very weird. And this is the period where a lot of traders actually move away from their strategy and eventually start taking a lot of losses and they blow their accounts. So what we do is instead we do not trade if the market doesn't align with our strategy. It's very simple. You have to make sure you take very less trades so that your risk is not more. If you're taking a lot of trades, then of course you lose a lot of trade. Now, AUDJPY, I am already in the trade, but again, it's risky. I can clearly see that weekly candles, when there's a doji type candle formed, it is always retesting this trend line and then moving up. Right now, I don't have my stop loss placed, and the reason is very simple. Since 2 3 weeks, the market has been opening with huge gaps and then recovering the position. So, of course, it's a huge risk for me as well, but I'll be actively monitoring the trade. The market is going to open in 4.5 hours. So I'll actively monitor the trade. And if I have to close manually, I'll close it. I'll take the loss, whatever it is. At max, I'll do 2% loss if price starts moving down. Mostly the odds of that happening is less, but still the market is not exactly doing what we predict. So AUDJPY, if you're looking to enter on this pair, the only thing you need to wait for is, let's say the market opens around 2:30. So during Asia session, pre-London session, if price is closing above, it's closing above right here and making this line act as support, then you can definitely enter and put your stop loss below the low and take the trade. Make sure your stop loss is below the low, because you can clearly see the price action. There's a wick, the first wick on this line, and then the price never came here. But there's second touch right here, the price never came here. There's third touch right here, the price slightly moved down. So make sure you measure this difference, how much that is, and then put your stop loss accordingly. You can see that here as well. The price came here, never moved down. The price came here, the price came here, never came down to these levels. So we are very much secure, but again, we don't know. The market sometimes doesn't follow exactly what it has been doing. And right now we are dealing with anomaly. The war is something we cannot predict. We don't know what news might come up. Currently, JPY is fundamentally bullish and AUD against it is bearish fundamentally. But the trend is saying something different. So let's see what happens. So AUDJPY, very clear. Let the price go up and then enter. I hope this makes sense. If you are not in the position, let the price go up above this AMA, let it break it, and then enter. The 4 hour EMA is really close, so it shouldn't be a problem. Next, Euro odd. Euro odd, we clearly see the price action is really nice. The candles are big, it's moving up. So there's clear, huge bullish momentum on the 4-hour candles, because you can see two candles going up, three candles coming down, and then these are four candles going up. The every time price moving up is moving with huge candles, and while it's coming down, it's coming with small candles. That shows that the seller's momentum is not that strong. So let's look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame is bearish. It's very clear the time frame is bearish. Weekly, it has created the first bullish candle after a very long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 weeks of bearish candles, and then 1 week of bullish candles. So if we can find a relation right here where we see huge momentum, weeks of momentum, and then what happens? Is there any history to it? Right. This one is somewhat clear, but again, it could be a reversal. All right, this one is looking nice, but it's going up. Okay, price consolidated and started moving up, but this one is a strong candle, even though it's not as big as the previous one, but it definitely is a strong candle and a huge rejection from the downside. So weekly, we can clearly see the price has reacted from this support levels. There is one liquidity level right here, and the price has actually moved from the exact liquidity area. You can see right this. Though there were not many touches around this level. Yeah, there are, but back in history. Recently, it didn't react on these lines, but right now it did. Mainly because of fundamentals as well, and some buyers sitting here. So it didn't require much buyers for the price to move up, because all of these things are happening fundamentally right now. So daily price reacted on this resistance. The price should have moved down from here. You can see very clear, very smooth moves right here, but it didn't. Now, now what happens when the price goes up? When the price is going up, it is coming here, rejecting, coming down, and then moving up, right? Again, same thing, moved up, came down, and then moved up. So this definitely is a very good rejection zone. That's why we have marked it. The only thing is the market right here, the daily time frame is bearish. Weekly time frame is definitely bearish. The 4-hour might be bullish, but again, we'll have to take a trade which is against the time. Also, the daily time frame has the EMA right here. The 8-hour time frame has the EMA crossing right here. When it breaks the EMA, we do not see a clear rejection from right here. Easily broken. All right, so we'll not trade Euro AUD this week. I hope this makes sense why we are making this decision, because we'll be trading against the trends. Weekly time frame for your USD. Price broke below the EMA, closed right here, moved up again. Let's delete this. It could have easily retested, because in the history, based on the previous analysis, you can see EMA broken, retested, and then moved up. EMA broken, retested, and then moved up. So it could have retested and moved down, but it closed above the EMA, which is something I don't like. Luckily, we closed the trade. Let's see what it's doing. Weekly, we have a support and resistance right here. On the daily time frame, price actually moved from a liquidity area. You can see it's exact. I know this candles look small. I'll just zoom it a little bit. This price action right here is very similar. The liquidity taken from the exact same level, and then price is rejecting. It can easily go up now based on price action, right? But again, daily time frame bearish, 4-hour might say bullish. So again, we are in a turmoil where if we take this trade, we'll be against a trend. Daily is clearly bearish. Let's remove this. Euro GBP daily bearish. I know this is a little tiring because a lot of pairs have actually reacted very differently. You can see this candle is so big, covering so many days of price action, all of this bearish momentum eaten up by a single candle. And this whole candle is actually made from that one single daily candle. So, Euro GBP at the EMA retesting going up. I can easily see that price from this can easily go up, right? The only thing is daily is again bearish. Weekly is bearish, so not worth it. All right, AUDNZD is something I'm looking forward to. So this was the previous analysis, and then later I found out that it's actually reacting from the trend line. You can clearly see there's a trend line, and the price has reacted really nicely from this trend line. Let me finish this line. Yeah, perfect. So the price can easily come down to this level. The price action, it should have come down and then moved up, but 4-hour EMA, the price didn't react so well. Now what happens is price comes down, breaks the 4-hour EMA and then moves up. On the other hand, on the 8-hour time frame, the price has been on the upside of the EMA. But in history, it has used 8-hour EMA, but not exactly with wicks. It can come down a little, so we might see some kind of price action closure over this area below this EMA line, and that's fine. But what we need to see is price coming down, rejecting, and then going up. Now, on the 8-hour time frame, it's very much beautiful. You can see the candle comes and there's an engulfing from here. The candle comes, there's another engulfing. The candle comes and there's an engulfing. So definitely, if we wait for 8-hour time frame, it's going to take a lot of time to actually reach your TP, right? There are two ways to trade this. If it's okay, you can wait longer. Then definitely wait for this signal where you're seeing an engulfing candle on the 8-hour time frame, a proper close. Don't trade in between, a proper close, and then enter the trade. So 8-hour time frame, or on the 4-hour time frame, you have to wait for rejections and then let the price move up. So right now 4-hour is clearly bearish. It's bearish right here. I can see the price right here was bullish. The price right here was bearish and then it turned bullish, which is kind of an 8-hour time frame, right? When it turned bullish, this must be the 8-hour candle. So that's there, and this one as well. Change structure based on the same thing, 8-hour time frame. So I would say wait for that close, wait for that close, wait for the 8-hour time frame to react. I know it's two 4-hour candles. It's very simple, but that gives you a better assurance. Let the price touch the trend line and then wait for a 8-hour candle close. It should be an engulfing candle and then enter. Or maybe if it's not an engulfing candle, make sure at least it's turning the structure to bullish, the 4-hour time frame. Make sure the price touches the trend line. Let 8-hour candle close as an engulfing candle, or let 4-hour structure become bullish. Anything is fine. Whichever happens, just take an entry, but make sure either one of these followed and this should be followed. Moving on to USD CAD. Weekly time frame is bullish. All right. Daily time frame then is bullish as well, and it's retesting the EMA. I like this price action. Not this exactly, but two time frames are in sync so far. And I don't like this one because you can see the market opened right here. So in short, Friday the market closed, and this Friday the market has closed right here. So it's more of a doji candle which the market has created. Yeah, huge rejection from the downside, rejection from upside as well. Let's delete this. I don't remember what this line is. Let's see. All right, it's also a rejection line. So this is a daily SR. Now, now I really like, you see, two touches, the price is moving up as expected. Same thing followed. The only thing is that there's huge consolidation right here. But we are seeing good rejection from the daily EMA. That means buyers are sitting around the EMA. The 8 hour, nice. 8 hour is saying bullish. 4 hour, in history, we don't see so much of retest. So I don't expect a retest right here. If I remember last week, what I said was I want the price to close above this when this was the last candle, and I wanted the price to shortly retest this level and then come up. But what happened is price moved down and then moved up. Even though price did close around this level, I didn't enter. The reason is very simple. There are these support levels which needs to be in check. By in check, what I mean is, so if the price came down here and then it's moving up, it's not really retesting the level properly, right? It's not really retesting this level properly. Now we see real proper candle closes, and then if the price closes above this level, then it would be a proper retest. A proper retest. We definitely could have entered this one, but I didn't like the price action. But this week it's looking better. There's proper rejections from the support line. If price comes up and closes above this on the 4 hour time frame, it's exactly 4 hour time frame. If I remember correctly, I said this 4 hour candle should close above. So 4 hour candle, if closes above this, I'm gonna enter this daily support. There is some resistance right here, but it's fine because we are trading this based on more of price action. You can clearly see these lines were rejecting from here, but these lines are rejecting from here. And we then have this liquidity level with us. So when the price closes above this level, our stop loss would be around this area. So we'll be covering this liquidity level. Make sure we have to cover a liquidity level. Our stop loss should be at least here. At least here. I hope this makes sense. The reason is very simple. This is liquidity level, and yeah, we don't want to get liquidated. USD CAD, very simple. Let price close above recent high. We already have the TP marked right here from last week. I hope this is clear. Let's look at USDJPY because it's doing really nice price action. Let's see it in weekly time frame. All right, huge rejection candle, huge. So price went down, but displacement is almost zero. Like it almost did nothing. It came down, it went up. Let's remove this line. Do we have history? Right. Let's see. Daily is bearish. Weekly is bullish. 4 hour is bearish. I can clearly see the price has been retesting this 4 hour EMA closely, not almost touching the line, but very closely, and then moving up right here. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let the price close above. The daily candle should close above. Retest the 4 hour EMA, and then we enter for a long. I'll update the target. I'm thinking whether I should send entries. The only problem with entries is if I keep sending entries, you guys are not going to learn. So I am thinking about this, whether I should send entries or not. But maybe not this week for sure, because I don't want you guys to catch bad trades because of me. I am facing losses myself, right? I already took one loss, even though the other trade the week before that gave me 1:3. But let's see, I'll think about this. The only thing is, if I keep sending signals, you guys won't learn. So I hope this makes sense. If daily candle is closing above, that means daily is bullish, right? And when the price is coming up, 4 hour, then again 4 hour is as well bullish. And we have been seeing a proper retest on the 4 hour EMA and then price moving up. So let's be part of that trend, right? Now, if I try to make a trend line from here, let's see if we can. Just turn on the magnet. All right. Is there a good line? Right. Not on this one, but is there a line from here? No. There are some touches, but not a perfect trend line. The only thing is it has been moving in a trend based on the 4 hour EMA. So let's do it 4 hour EMA. Let's not draw trend lines. I can clearly see the price has been moving in a trend. So I'll place my stop loss with the help of my eyes accordingly, but we'll see what price can do. I think if it goes up, we can put a TP around this level. We'll see if there are any resistance levels. Yes, there is. So this definitely can act as a liquidity level. So I'll put my TP maybe around here. All right. So we have 4 pairs again. I don't think we need more because it will be a waste of time. Like last week, I did so many pairs, and as soon as the market opened, it was chaos. So let the market settle. We don't need to look for too many trades again. It's okay if you wish to opt out of trading for the upcoming weeks unless the war is done, because this war can bring you huge losses. So if you can't really face that many losses, then make sure you don't trade. You wait for proper right momentum, because the time is always going to change. I know you are in a hurry to make money. There are different situations you are in, but it doesn't work that way. Instead, eventually, when you're facing losses, get this. It's a very simple thing. If I face losses, right, today, if I blow my account, eventually there will be time to make profits. I'll be back in the market again and I'll keep trading again. But I would have now faced losses. So instead, why not just skip the market if I'm not sure about this situation right now? Skip the market and be back when the market normalizes, when the strategies, the way it used to work, everything is normal. Then you will eventually make money without making so many losses or blowing your accounts. So either maybe you should keep your risk low right now if you can. Don't take more than 1 or 2% loss in a week. That's at max 1 or 2%. All right. So if UJ goes bearish, can we take a trade if it meets our confirmation? So if you have analyzed for the market to go bearish, then you can definitely take a trade based on that. But I always avoid analyzing two directions, because of course the market can do this, the market can do that as well, and then it's too much of information for me. I hate that. I don't like so much information. So I'll see you guys during the week. Any issues you're facing, make sure psychologically, or losses you're facing, then just don't trade for the week, don't trade for a month. It's fine. The market will normalize. You can see the Russia Ukraine war. When it started, there was a lot of chaos in the market, but eventually now the market is normal, right? It has settled. So if even if this war goes on for very long, the market will settle. It will come back to its normal state, but you have to wait. All right. Any questions, feel free to ask on Telegram, and I'll see you guys next week.